Hi, I'm Faisal from Game Shuttle, and if you've just watched our unboxing video for the Nintendo Switch 2, then you've come to the next step where we're going to try to do the physical assembly of the Nintendo Switch 2. So the main components we have the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, we have the actual Nintendo Switch 2 console over here, two Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons with their magnetic clasp, Joy-Con comfort grips, and then you have the auxiliary stuff like the HDMI cable and the power cable. Okay? So first and foremost, obviously one of the most important things, you have the dock because this is going to bring you a connection to your TV. So again, just comparing it to the Nintendo Switch 1, not only does it have a thickness difference, but they did add some ergonomic factors to it and really modernize the design with its smooth edges. But let's cut to the chase. We really want to see the most important and fun stuff over here. So let's get everything out of their micro packaging and we can get started. Of course, the most important piece is your actual Nintendo Switch 2 over here, right? This is the main thing that we all love to see. This is what everyone spent a lot of money trying to get. For you, you can just rent this for a much more affordable price from Game Shuttle. But let's go move forward and see how this rings. First things first, we definitely have an improved kickstand over here. Much stronger, much more sturdy, definitely compared to the Switch 1, especially the original version. I know on the OLED model they tried to improve the kickstand, but this over here is the original Switch from 2017, 2018, very first manufacturing run. I mean, this kickstand is barely alive at this point. It's come up numerous times. It does its job, but just barely. So I'm really glad they actually put attention to detail and helped improve one of the key things over here. Next, let's take out our Joy-Cons. So we got our blue left Joy-Con over here. There we go. And we definitely got the orange right Joy-Con on this side. Okay? Right away, just holding this, it definitely feels it's much bigger than the Switch 1 version. It feels more sturdy, and it definitely feels like it has that upgraded feel. It definitely fits nicer in my hand. It might be a bit problematic for kids because they do have smaller hands, smaller fingers, but kids are smart. They're not going to have any problem. But you can definitely feel a difference when you compare it to the Switch 1 over here. So here's the thing I really am interested. So before on the Switch 1, they had a sliding mechanism, right? A bit rougher. You definitely experience friction when you're doing this, but you slide it in, right? Now Switch 2, they gave it a whole new mechanic. It's just a magnetic clasp. It just clicks. Instead of a slide, it just clicks right away with magnets. And I love the geniuses at Nintendo for doing so because it just makes life a whole lot easier. So we're going to try that out right now. So here I am. I have the Switch. We're going to start with the blue left Joy-Con. So I'm going to start from far away. It should connect basically very easily right away. I'm not putting any effort into this. It's going to happen slowly and it's going to work just as it gets close. So let's see. And click. That was actually really straightforward. I did have to align it just a bit, but it came in right away. Let's very quickly do the other side just so we get the complete picture over here. And click, just like that. So supposedly with the magnets, it's locked in. It shouldn't come out. So I'm going to try to bring it out. It's locked in. It's not coming out. I'm trying really hard to do this. The only way to actually take it out is there's two, I would say, triggers on the back that you have to press. And this is actually what you need to do to take the Joy-Cons out. It's going to release the magnetic lock and do that for you. So let's just try that out very quickly. And that pops right out. Very smart. Especially if you're a parent and you have kids and they tend to be very aggressive, this will help keep things in place. And if you want to take it out for other use, you definitely can. So before we turn this on, I just want to see, it's definitely a much bigger console in my hand. The screen is gigantic, really. Let's look at this compared to the Switch 1 over here. Here's a side-by-side comparison. And here's a top-down comparison. You definitely have a big brother, little brother situation going on here, which I think is really interesting. But right out the gate, you're already getting a much bigger screen size over here. I need to pull this flimsy kickstand just to get this up for you. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is let's actually open up the Joy-Con power grip that does come with every Switch 2 package. So I'm going to open this up for you first. Oh, I think I accidentally turned this on. Let's turn it back off for now. Okay? So let's open this. And you got the power grip. So again, the Switch 1 also came with a power grip. This basically acts as a holder for both Joy-Cons if you want to play them together, especially if you're more of a pro and you need to use a full control mechanism. This will put both Joy-Cons in one place. So whether you're playing Mario Kart World or you're beating all your friends in Smash Brothers as Joker, like the pro you are, you're going to want to use something like this. Of course, we do still have the Switch 1 Pro controllers, which should work with the Nintendo Switch 2, which is perfect. So again, from Game Shuttle, if you do rent from us, we are going to provide you with Pro controllers as well as the Joy-Con. So let's just try connecting this real quick and see how it works. Again, I'm going to click that magnetic clasp. Beautiful, comes right off. Let's do the same with the other side. Amazing. Again, just like that, very simple, very straightforward. Now we're going to put on the power grip. It should work exactly the same. This might be a bit harder because I'm doing it backwards, but if it was, oh, just like that. Super easy. Again, it's locked in. It's not moving. It's not coming up unless I want it to. And now let's try with the other side. Just like that. I love it. It definitely helps my ADHD. I think I could be doing this all day, just taking it on and off. Right? But there you go. You have the Joy-Cons with the power grip. Whether you're a casual gamer, a pro gamer, having fun with friends, this is amazing. Again, this is bigger than the Switch 1 with this power grip. So definitely, if you have smaller hands, it might take longer to get used to, but it works beautiful and it's amazing. Now there is one more piece of equipment that we do need to take a look at, and that's these guys over here. So in the Switch 1, the Joy-Cons came with a comfort grip. This, I think it's called a comfort grip as well. But if you notice, it has some flat edges, which I believe this needs to be used to help with the mouse setting. So some games, such as Metroid Prime 4, when it does come out in the future, or even Cyberpunk, and maybe even Fortnite, might allow you to use a mouse setting because mouse tends to offer a lot more dynamic ranges of motion if you want to do it. It's not mandatory, but the Nintendo Switch 2 really wants to give you as many options as possible. So we're going to put these on as our last stop, and then we're just going to quickly look at the auxiliary. Okay? So I'm going to take the other one out. Just like that. There we go. It slides out right very much easily. Then we have a lot of plastic here we're going to get rid of behind the scenes. So first, we're going to quickly get rid of this. Helps my ADHD. We'll do the other one. My ADHD is still happy. I'm just going to leave this right here for you. There we go. So right away, I see there's some indicators on the side here for showing plus and minus. So it's going to help me indicate where I'm actually supposed to plug it in on the Joy-Cons. So there weren't really that many instructions on how we should put this on. So we're going to kind of improvise it. I'm going to assume the strap should go down. So we're just going to align it top to bottom. I do see there's some ledges inside that's going to help me. So I think I should just be able to clasp it in like this. So we're going to try it out together. And click. There we go. That works. It definitely does help a bit if you're playing Joy-Con style like this. But this will also, oh, that is really smooth. It definitely provides a smooth traction when you want to use mouse controls. Or if you're just playing with friends, you want that extra bit of protection. It works right here as well. So I'm going to put this over here. Let's quickly get the other one down and we can see our complete setup. So I'm just going to line up the plus here with the plus on the controller. I'm going to go this way. So this isn't using magnets to clasp it, it's a mechanical clasp. And there we go. Now I have both Joy-Cons. I'm going to call them traction rails for now until we figure out what the official name is. We're almost done our setup. So very quickly, you see the Switch 2 also comes with its own HDMI cable. Very standard, nothing unique about this, but it is nice that they provide it to you. And finally, you have a power adapter. It is a bit blocky, but you see it has USB-C input. You know, modern day, everything is USB-C. I'm glad Apple has converted to USB-C as well. Okay, very standard. Nintendo does provide their own branded USB-C wires. It will be interesting to know if any wire can work with this. Okay, now let's put everything back together. I want to see the Nintendo Switch 2. I want to see it with the Joy-Cons, and then we'll dock it and we can move on to the next video. So I'm going to quickly just take this off. Same thing, I'm going to use a clasp at the back. Just like that. Just like that. I'm going to just clasp it in with magnets. Do this with magnets. I'm going to turn this on right here, just so you know that when it does come out of the box, it is charged. It is going to take me up through the setup screen, which will be another piece of content entirely. So we're just going to turn this off for now. And we're going to slide this in. That's your Nintendo Switch 2. There we go. Nice and easy. And last but not least, as you can see, you have USB inputs over here as well. Yeah, we'll figure this out in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Faisal from Game Shuttle, where we offer Nintendo Switch rentals for your parties, your events, and anything you need. I'll see you next time.